She carried a quiet kind of elegance on screen. Welcome to the channel Star Spotlight, where familiar names often hold stories much deeper than the photographs people remember. Jill Curzon belonged to a generation of performers who worked during a fascinating moment in entertainment history. Audiences saw charm, grace, and a face that felt perfectly suited for an era filled with changing tastes and growing curiosity around cinema and television. Images from those years still find their way back into public conversation, often creating the impression that a person's entire life can be understood in a single glance. Real lives rarely work that way. The public often remembers recognizable moments, while the quieter parts slowly disappear into the background. Careers are remembered by titles and photographs. Human beings remember them differently. They remember uncertainty before opportunities arrived. They remember long days, private hopes, and the strange feeling of wondering whether a dream will continue tomorrow. For performers of that era, there was often an invisible pressure sitting beside success. Audiences wanted familiarity. Industries wanted reinvention. Time itself seemed to move faster than people expected. Jill Curzon existed within that changing world. People sometimes imagine that recognition creates permanent certainty. In reality, many actors live with questions most of us understand very well. Am I doing enough? Will this last? Will people remember me? Those thoughts are not unique to fame. They belong to ordinary human life too. That connection is part of what makes stories like hers feel meaningful. There is something quietly moving about people who become part of cultural memory without fully realizing the effect they leave behind. Years pass, generations change, then suddenly someone rediscovers a photograph, a performance, or a familiar name, and a person from another era feels close again. Perhaps that is the gentle mystery surrounding lives like Jill Curzon's. Not the headlines, not the images that occasionally return to attention. The person, the individual who lived through changing seasons, carried hopes and disappointments, and left behind small pieces of herself in the work she shared with others. Sometimes a legacy isn't built from the loudest moments. Sometimes it survives through quiet remembrance. If Jill Curzon's story stayed with you, share your thoughts below. Leave a like if this reflection meant something to you, and subscribe to Star Spotlight for more thoughtful and respectful documentaries.